Good morning and welcome to the final day of GTAMarathon 2025, straight live from Portsmouth. Damn, what a week, right? We've definitely had our fair share of stuff, fire alarms, tech issues, whatnot, but also we had some really great rounds and we will continue the streak today, starting with Epsilon program. Kiflam, brother. I'm here with Rigi. How about you go on and introduce the run and your people?
Kiflam, everyone. My name is Rigi. I am not usually a GTA 5 speedrunner, more like a Red Dead. Everyone knows that, come on. But I'm doing some GTA 5 Epsilon program, which is it's a MISC category, and it just handles with the side missions, the Epsilon side missions. Basically, just finish those as quick as possible. With me on commentary, I have Rake.
Kiflam.
And Storm Raid.
Kiflam.
They are both GTA 5 runners, and they will assist me and tell me what I'm doing wrong as we go on. But yeah, we start from a new game. So whenever I press enter, that starts the timer. So I'll count it down. 3, 2, 1, go. And also, yes, before anyone asks, yeah, we're playing in German. That has its advantages in this category. It's later on we will have to walk 8 kilometers or 5 miles through the desert. But when we get there, you'll see we're not actually walking, but it goes by 8 kilometers. It goes by the metric system instead of the imperial, and you save like something like 2 seconds. It's oh, I don't have the ping noises. Oh well. So yeah, we are in prologue. So this is like 9 years before the main story. Before you guys were probably even born.
I was like 2.
Okay, yeah.
I can't do the math. I was 1.
Meanwhile, 11-year-old Rigi went to school. So yeah, prologue is just a very like linear mission. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Oh, Rector strats, alright. This?
Of course.
I respect that.
Ah, that's fine.
A little bit of time saved there to ragdoll. We'll be doing that again later on. First we gotta introduce the character switch thing. I've just made sure that I'm not used to this setup, so bear with me here. That would have been very embarrassing if you hit the guard right there. So yeah. We're just gonna. Prologue is just an introduction in this game. You just in an area that that is inaccessible for you throughout the rest of the game as well. Couldn't quite get in front of this. There's a strat there. You can save a bit of time, but I always struggle with it. And also, you'll see someone who usually uses a controller for combat using a mouse and keyboard. And it's a bit scuffed, maybe, sometimes.
So far, so good.
You're doing great.
Unlucky with the cars and the other guys. Very nice. The others just run past them. That's Kara.
Hopefully we won't die here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you just get to show off your prologue shooting skills again.
Exactly, yeah.
Not even necessarily did something wrong, they just got a lot of damage.
Yeah, very
Can't
unlucky.
happen at times. It's getting scuffed because
Oh god.
the second time around, once you start from the checkpoint, there's this preparation time that cars come immediately.
Apologies for that. Yes, thank you.
Oh, don't have a pistol.
Oh yeah. Quick headshot though, so not that terrible.
The reason we want a pistol there is so we can reload by switching weapons instead of having to go through the arduous animation.
Yes. But yeah, now we have another thing that Prologue is famous for. It's unskippable cutscene. However, there is one way you can skip one of the cutscenes, which is a trick that I'll attempt. Not promising anything here. It's, like I said, not my main game, so just want to keep reiterating.
No pressure.
Yeah, we'll have to cap our FPS. This is also something that GTA 5 has in common with GTA 4 is that we use external FPS caps, which is a thorn in the eye of many classic trilogy speedrunner. But that's just how modern games go, I guess.
It is something that started out as a necessity, as we needed some way to cap it in order to avoid a soft lock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there is a thing that happens in one of the missions later on. We'll actually be doing that.
We're shooting our car, so we leak fuel,
Yeah,
which we'll then shoot in order to mission fail at the exact time we get back into the car, and then hopefully trigger the checkpoint before we trigger the mission fail. See this?
I nearly missed it. I'm not sure that worked.
I think that's all right.
I think that looks fine, yeah?
No,
no,
okay.
unfortunate.
I get to show it
Slightly
off
too late.
again. Oops.
Oh,
that's
no,
the wrong button.
No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Get in the car, Michael.
Oh no.
We move quick.
So we don't get stuck here. No, we are good.
We're getting there. Man,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
believe this word when I get eyes on it.
that was a bit unfortunate. I didn't hit the fuel trail. I hit the car, which is a problem that I always have sometimes. But yeah, I'll show it off again. Why not? What's the estimate? 110? Easy. Easy.
They ain't made this car yet. Shit.
All right.
Go right. Beat the train, man.
Nice jump.
Stay on the road. Get back on the
Capping off
track.
close to 30 to make that easier again. Let's see.
That
Should work.
That should do it,
It's
yeah.
once again very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
after
yeah.
the cutscene, yeah. So half a fail and a success. So what does that
It's
make
alright.
me now? Like on marathon/races, I always had struggled with that particular trick when we doing races or marathons or whatnot. But so far, I guess that counts as half a success.
I mean, it makes you a good entertainer, right? Because you showed off the way to fail, which is entertaining, and then you succeeded, means we can educate people.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I still pulled it off on the second attempt, so that's nice. But yeah, now we have...
Epsilon, brother Rigi. Mind if I share some of the donations that have been coming in to War Child?
Please do.
All right. We have 10 great British pounds from Ricardo Fresco saying, Kiflam. Thank you, Ricardo Fresco. Following that, we have 10 great British pounds from Gakshi123 saying, Kiflam.
Kiflam.
Thank you, Gakshi123. Please continue with your speedrun, brother Ricardo.
There's not much of a speedrun at the moment. I'm in an unskippable cutscene at this very moment. But yeah, Michael's alive. Oh, hey. Oh, wow.
Who didn't see that coming?
Yeah,
Wow.
interesting, yeah. Okay, and now we have reached the first mission of the main game, basically. It's Franklin and Lamar.
Still tutorial, basically.
It's still a tutorial, yeah.
But we can do a lot more fun stuff here.
We can do a lot of fun stuff, yeah. Also, so far I've not used a controller, which I prefer to use while driving. So, down, look down like this, despawn the traffic, switch to controller, brake here, get ahead of Lamar, so he rubber bands a little bit. It wasn't the greatest turns, but stay in the middle of the road here, be careful that he doesn't spin you out. Then we go over here, try and hit the brake boost, I got it. Another brake boost, I got that one as well, hell yeah. I'm hitting all the brake boosts. This is something I struggle with. Brake boosting, if anyone wants to explain that, please go ahead. Brake or Storm.
Well,
Good? Yeah.
I mean, I can't explain how it works at a technical level, but the idea is while holding the gas pedal down, I guess, you brake while
That's a
going
top
over the apex of a curve vertically, and for whatever reason, it causes, I suppose it just causes a burnout to happen while you're moving at a high speed, and as a result, that gives you a bit of a boost in acceleration.
Yeah, basically
Gotcha.
that's that.
Amplified by Franklin's power. That's maybe something to say.
Yeah, Franklin's power. So every character in GTA 5 has like a superpower. Franklin is just a master driver, which is weird that he's not like doing any racing with this, because it would be immensely well helpful for any racing that you do.
I mean, he does do racing. It's just optional content. If
That
you think
is
about
true, yeah, but like, I mean, seriously, like, why isn't Franklin an F1 driver when he can do that?
The F1 cars can already do that. They don't need Franklin for that.
That is true, yeah. All right, we were wanted by the cops. This is just the get rid of the cops tutorial, basically. Took a bit of a quicker exit there than just out. That carries the risk with it that you get re-seen. Didn't happen to me though, so marathon luck. And now I'm just gonna head to. Oh, this is.
Yeah, that's a funny spawn.
Yeah, I'll just take it safely and go back. Okay, the cop despawned, so. Oh, I ran over a cat. Oh no, Liv is gonna hate me now.
Honestly, rightfully so.
Yeah,
It's okay. Karma will get you back.
I hope so. Yeah. But yeah, once we reach the dealership, just trigger the cutscene. Then we can do a dialogue skip here. Didn't work. Yeah, like I said, this is not a keyboard that I'm used to, so it's a bit different.
This racist insulted me. Hey, what's up?
But it doesn't matter. It would have
Good
saved
fun.
like a second or something.
Are you sure you are man enough? Take the wheel.
So,
Take the phone
oh
out
boy.
here.
How about we fall through, homie?
Oh god, where's the button?
Skipping some dialogue. So we don't have to wait for it at the very end of the mission. Very basic stuff. Just making our way back to Franklin's to finish. F and L and actually get into free roam. Oh. Ah, beautiful.
Man, shit, it's good to be home.
Yeah. We saw the yellow dot through the garage.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the same
that-
like that Alex said.
Have a German caller later. So make yourself scarce.
Alright. The thing we have to do now is the Epsilon side mission chain is a side mission chain exclusive to Michael.
Call, please.
Yeah, and Rigi didn't get the call, so we have to wait here a second. I guess he was sprinting accidentally or something.
Oh yeah, that
Because he got
must have
stuck
been.
in the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
there it is.
We have to unlock Michael first before we do anything, and unlocking Michael happens on the mission complications, for which we need to complete also the next mission coming up now, which is repossession. So we have to do some normal missions, main story missions, before we can actually do the Epsilon stuff.
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
Yeah, but we have to unlock. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Michael.
Michael %, hell yeah. When is it edited to bots?
Next April Fool's Day.
With that old raggedy ass hair, that country bumpkin shit is enough to get us shot right there.
Lamar to get in here. This is another one of those drives where you can utilize some brake boost. There's one right here. Managed to get that. And then I always struggle with going through these cones right here because they screw you over.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one you hit, you're not meant to it, I think.
Yeah, this just shows that this isn't my main game. I'll keep using that excuse.
We'll hear
for the
that often
entire
today, I
time,
was
yeah.
gonna say.
Also, I just want to say, like, this is I think the 4th time I've been featured in GTA Marathon with runs, and this is the first time I'm doing a GTA run. So
Really?
yeah, I've always just done Red Dead stuff before.
The bike should be in one of the lockups down here. Should be is the story of your life.
But it's been really good too. I was a part of 3 runs this event, which is nice. All right, here we can do something called Lamar pushes.
Hey, what's up, homie? You all right?
Like I said, this is not the setup that I'm used to, so this might look a bit scuffed.
Yeah. Not getting anything here, really.
Yeah,
The idea is to
it's
just
really not-
sprint into the back of Lamar, and then by tapping W, we just push him forward very, very extremely. But it can look really funny. I think you
Yeah.
just got, like, yeah, really small ones there, but it's enough to get the idea across, I think.
But now, in order to progress the mission, he needs to upsend this dialogue, which means he's going to try and punch Lamar, but it's a bit difficult. Lamar's got this aura around him, which means once you're within a certain distance, you can't start the punching animation. So unfortunately, he did not get it.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. And then we have a pretty technical shootout here. Kill this guy, jump over the ledge that spawns every enemy, kill these two guys. Blow up this thing. That sounds good. Okay, interesting. Yeah, this is someone who normally uses auto aim. Just saying, yeah.
With that, we're done with shootouts. That's it for the run.
Oh yeah, true. Oh my
Yeah, we
goodness.
don't really have any. All right, we take this little side exit here. I'm a bit late to get the quick pickup, but should be.
Uh-oh.
Auto aim. Oh no, Rigi.
There we go.
Nice.
If you're really fast, you can shoot him and immediately get on the bike.
Yeah, exactly. Before the bike falls over, so you skip the pickup animation. But yeah, it was a bit too slow there. I think Michael % shows the most whether. Oh, that was toxic. I think Michael % shows the most the skill that, you know, as someone who regularly runs this game, as opposed to me, for example, has. No, cars, please.
Yeah, it's less about strat execution. I guess it still is, but because the strat that we execute here are so embedded in the any % speedrun, someone who regularly runs the game is gonna do really well here, and someone who doesn't, well, is only doing okay.
Yeah, like I think I lose close to 2 minutes in my PB in Michael % over the world record.
And luckily for us, we don't need to do the mission that would follow next to the any % speedrun, pulling favors, which is a boring side mission. But instead we can go directly to applications.
Yeah, this is the final story mission that we do in the run.
Anyway, I mentioned before that the reason we have FPS caps is to avoid soft locks. This is where it happens. If you have a high enough frame rate after this cutscene, the physics bugs out, and the car would slide into Simeon the car dealer, which would fail the mission before you can progress.
Yeah, anyone with a powerful PC and who's played this game will know this problem. I certainly encountered it the first time I played it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had no idea, yeah.
I think we were talking about it earlier, and despite the fact that the bug has been in the game for almost 10 years now, it still hasn't been patched, right?
Yeah, I don't think it has. which
Someone
is funny
said
at
it
the time.
was, and then we asked everyone else, and everyone else said no, it hasn't. We should. This is something that maybe the enhanced thing. Shout out to enhanced, by the way.
Oh my.
Oh god, this is not that great.
Fine. Yeah, maybe, I don't know actually.
Yeah, maybe the enhanced version doesn't have that.
You should
bug.
have natively less FPS because of all the graphic improvements, so maybe that's their way of fixing it.
Yeah, maybe.
I know they didn't fix the monkey business bug, so...
They didn't.
No, they didn't.
Well, that's a
Quite
terrible
embarrassing.
shame. Yeah, quite
It is.
embarrassing, actually. Yeah.
No.
Shame on Rockstar.
They don't care about the bugs in story mode, do they?
All right, we got a sneak here, but we have to sneak for the first few rooms past Jimmy and Tracy. Go inside the car here. We press F immediately to spawn Michael.
That's a 9mm semi-automatic.
Yeah, the mission, or rather we can't progress the mission once we reach the dealership if Michael's still talking, so it's in our interest to get him to talk quicker. So we're not getting delayed here. And this is actually quite a difficult drive, because despite the controlling Franklin, we cannot use Franklin's ability here. And the car is very...
It's not the best car, no.
nah, it likes falling over. So this is quite a difficult drive, and... rest in peace to those two fellas.
I carried a little bit. I should have braked a little bit more, but yeah, I wanted to carry the speed through the corner. Oh,
That can happen sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was second in the GTAM go-karting, just saying. And the reason Josh won is because I let him pass accidentally.
Not wrong.
Look, man,
It's just between him and your fucking
Oh,
son.
I've delayed
there
the
we hear
dialogue
it.
actually.
Yeah, so if you crash, Michael has some dialogue where he complains about Franklin's driving
wow.
style, so that's why you also want to avoid crashing on top of just a native time loss. But it's fine.
And this is going to be the last time we control Franklin. Well, not quite, actually.
Depends, right?
I have a feeling we'll be seeing him again.
Me too.
Okay.
Very good.
And now the run really begins.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we take this car here, let's tailgate it, go and buy some guns. Oops.
Would you like me to explain why we buy these guns?
Sure, go ahead.
So we're going to buy not only a SMG with extended clip and plenty of ammo, but we're also going to buy some grenades. The grenades are important because this run features a lot of times where we will have to pass several hours in order to unlock the next piece of the chain. And in order to do that, we are going to partake in a pastime called blowing up explosives at your feet.
Yes.
And I'll save why we buy the SMG as a surprise for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did buy a lot of SMG ammo, about the max amount of ammo that's possible to buy. And here I'm going to look down, because I am trying to spawn a helicopter. This is obviously a problem with oncoming traffic, but we need to look down here in order to spawn a helicopter. I'm also not going faster speed. This also seems to increase the likelihood of us spawning one.
Right.
It's
There.
there, that's good.
Nice.
So I'm just going to stop by this security guard.
We don't
Take
like
out
him.
my pistol,
Oh my.
punch him in the face,
Brutal.
and steal the helicopter. We had to take out the security guard because that would have gotten us a wanted level.
Yeah. For side missions in GTA 5, if you have a wanted level, they despawn. Main missions, they don't care. But that's why... Because we're heading to the first side mission for Epsilon now.
Yeah, but first,
We really don't want that. Oh yeah, and you can't enter director mode.
director mode is what we...
Exactly. It's the GOAT.
It's very useful. It gives us plenty of C4 and a parachute.
Director mode is the best.
I agree, Storm Raid. Alright, so I'm going to cap the FPS. No, wait, 65, right?
Yes.
Turn this way.
Very good.
Nice.
Alright, that's one. We need to get 25 C4s here, so...
Yeah, these on-map weapon pickup. Oh my goodness, weapon pickups. They respawn if you were to enter, if you were to reload your save file or enter director mode. But entering director mode takes time. So what Rigi is doing is he's just basically trying to enter director mode, but has a jump lineup so that he's actually falling as he's trying to enter director mode, which gives you the pop-up, but the game blocks you from doing so. But it still respawns 64.
Damn it.
I think you'd already gotten enough, no?
Was
I
it?
think so too.
That was 4 director modes, which means 5 stacks of C4. But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It
Always
doesn't
going to be
matter.
safe. Yeah, see, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But despite that fast director mode strat, Rigi still opted to enter in director mode normally because we found a bug sometime in the past year, whereas if you do so and then get into a helicopter, it gives you a free parachute, despite the fact that that quote-unquote feature is supposed to be unlocked after minor turbulence, which is a mission, what, 3.5 hours into the game?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that, yeah. Well, depends on which category. I guess,
Depends.
yeah.
Can be an hour.
Alright, and we're also going to set up something cool called a replay warp. We'll be using those quite a few times. So once we get to this point right here, I'm going to go to the game tab, select that to replay a mission, but don't actually go through with it. And you'll see what that does in a bit. But first, I got to head to the first stranger mission for the Epsilon. It's going to be the question mark on the... I'm also going to go into first person just to make sure that I have enough altitude to go over the military base. You need to be at 900 feet, which you can see is the altimeter in the middle of the dash.
Exactly. Once again, if you were to fly over the military base, you would get cops, which we
You also get blown up,
don't
yeah.
want. Yeah, but you know, if you're good, you can avoid that. Maybe
If you're lucky.
it's a matter of skill.
Speaking of skill, Rigi, would you mind if I quizzed you while we do this flight?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Do you know the name of the first Epsilon program mission?
Seeking the truth?
Good job.
Very good.
Yeah, all of the missions, all of the Epsilon missions have names, and they're all like something, something, the truth. I know the last one is unknowing the truth. The one with running through the desert is exercising the truth.
Yep.
But that's I think that's it. I can't name any more.
Accepting. Is that the second, I think?
Yes. There's a running joke that I might be the only one in the community who knows all of the names.
We had I'm not sure if Richie went through with it, but for the trivia quiz that we had on SSS, we considered naming all Epsilon missions. I don't know if we actually did it, but
No.
for that reason I looked them up. I think since then I can also name them all, but yeah,
Nice.
it's nonsense. It's super hard to remember.
Yeah, this mission is just a cutscene, basically. Michael just gets attacked by two guys, and then he wakes up here. Yeah, seeking.
Für die Wahrheit.
Suche die Wahrheit. All right, and the first thing that I do after this... Oh, that's...
Power.
I actually need to bind this, though. I actually need to bind the... Which number is it normally for
grenades?
throwables?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't
I've
seven,
got it
I
bound
think.
to 5 on my system.
I don't know.
Well, you can play around with it.
Yeah.
Maybe 8
8.
or 9 or 0. It's gotta be one of them.
No. Interesting. Okay. That doesn't matter. We'll blow ourselves up a second time. I'm also going to use this switch to online here. This just makes the death screen a little bit faster. But what we're going to do now is we need to pass time. That's why I blew myself up there. I'm going to take out the phone, go to the internet, select Epsilon, and then just donate 500. That will cause the game to make an autosave. And this looks a bit scuffed here, what I'm doing, because I don't know how to control the helicopter with the keyboard. So I can't use the right trigger because that will give me the wanted level stuff.
Right.
So I have to do it like this.
Nice.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. So I just spawned back in this place where I was before. So that's fun.
Yeah, the game basically just saves your position. So then when we reload a safer afterwards, we can, or reload an autosave afterwards, we can
All right.
return to where we were previously. And he's gonna crash the heli in the water, exactly where he wants to, because there's another one of those in-world pickups. This time it's 25k.
We'll be respawning this 4 times to get $100,000, which is what we need to complete all of the required donations and such.
Yeah, exactly. And the way we do that is we just start and fail a mission replay. That will spawn us back into place in the world where we were, and we just pick up another 25 grand right there.
Yeah, nothing that we did previously isn't like entering director mode, etc. is possible because we are underwater. And there was a strat at times where we were just diving back up, making a save file, loading that save file. But this is much, much faster because instead of diving up, you just enter the replay fail once. And the reloading into the game is essentially like loading the game again.
Yeah.
That is number 3. And while loading back into this one, because we don't want to be in the middle of nowhere.
Should I do a safety one?
Maybe.
For stocks.
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
I'm
I guess.
I'm gonna make an additional one. Normally we'd save warp back to Michael's house here, but we'll not do that. We'll get an additional one just to be sure.
Yeah, in order to not lose our money through dying, because when you die in GTA 5, money gets deducted based on how much you have in your bank account from the hospital. So we put our money into stocks a lot in this game, but that can cause, if you're unlucky, for the stocks to go down, meaning you end up with less money. And it's quite precise how much money we need. So just for this marathon, Rigi is doing an extra one.
Yeah, exactly. Just to make sure that I have enough at the end. Oh, I'm gonna hold F6 now to save warp.
And this puts us back at Michael's safe house.
Exactly.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
And we'll just drive straight back to the second of the Epsilon missions.
Oh yeah, Rigi, you should press it. Yeah.
Has this
Remove
become a
the-
co-op run now?
Which button was it?
We removed the... You're uncapped on FPS entirely right now. Or you were uncapped before.
Yeah, and I saw that, but I was wondering how that could have happened.
I guess you pressed O accidentally.
Ah.
Yeah,
okay.
we rebound that with Alex on Monday. It's okay, cool.
All right.
They should mention me in the layouts.
Yeah. So the second time I killed myself is not always necessary for advancing time of day, but just to be sure, I always do it a second time. We just park here, go inside. This triggers the mission.
Which once again is just a cutscene.
At least we get to walk out of the building this time.
True.
Yeah.
But get just beat up and dragged out.
We donate 5,000, and then we go into the stock market. We have to buy one stock first.
Yeah, so the first time you buy a stock, that stock just disappears.
Exactly, yeah.
And we don't know why. So if you put all your money into stocks, then you're broke.
Exactly,
Pretty
yeah.
funny thing to happen.
So the reason why we put money in stocks is because we kill ourselves a couple of times. And the more money you have, the more money the bank takes, or the hospital takes for like healing you, I guess. And if we don't have any balance in our bank, okay, that was a bit.
It's all right.
Yeah, the more money we have, so I think it's the max is $5,000,
yeah.
but we can't lose that really because we need that money later and we need 50K at the end. So you just invest in stocks, not to gain anything out of it, but just to get the money out of the way. Which isn't how it works in real life, by the way, but just saying.
Maybe if you're clever enough, you could make it work.
Yeah, something with that, yeah, but we're just gonna die here.
Send it into a pole. The reason we drove all the way out there is because we want to respawn at a different hospital.
Yeah, we want to respawn at the Sandy Shores Hospital. We'll also have to kill ourselves yet again.
There we go.
And we get the thing that we like to call the GTA. Oh, God. I need to bind that real quick. Just 1 second.
Yeah, it happens too often in this run that we have to pull out our grenades, so...
Guns.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Which
thankfully I
is it?
speak.
Is it special? No, you're correctly. I guess it's special, yeah. Oh, that's what
Which
Alex
one?
just bound. Special, the numpad 9 one. Numpad 9?
Numpad.
No, numpad. No. 4 up, 5 up. Yeah, this
Oh,
one.
that one. Okay, I'll make that.
Uh-oh.
And now I don't have this, which I'll set to. I don't need that anymore, so I'll set that to.
Oh, no.
I don't need power anymore. Sorry about that. All right. There we go.
Much better.
We blame Alex.
All right. And now this will also trigger a very cool filter with the game because this is like the death screen right here. But because we did the switch to online thing, the filter stays active for a little bit, which makes this seem like a bit like GTA 4.
Right at home.
The best GTA that there is, of course. I called myself a cab here. Just gonna wait. After the call disconnects, it takes 10 seconds to spawn, so we just have to wait here. Cab is the fastest vehicle that you can get here.
Consistently.
Well, consistently, yeah. You might like there was a Sanchez. The Sanchez would have been faster. I think a buggy would also be faster, but I don't know exactly. A BF injection would certainly be faster.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hard part is getting those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now we just drive to the next part of the Epsilon missions.
So yeah, next one will be just another cutscene that you leave. But after this, we will finally get some gameplay. I promise.
I mean, this is gameplay right here, isn't it?
Of course it is.
But it's basic A to B gameplay.
I mean, yeah, that's
Well,
that's this category.
That's what consists. What GTA runs consist of mostly.
I suppose, yeah, it's no different from an all packages run.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cut through someone's backyard.
No more GT4.
Uh-oh. It's fine.
Easy. It's okay.
Another replay warp. Because ironically, the next mission we will have to return to this very spot again.
Hello,
So
Michael. Or should I say Zolag?
All right. I'm gonna attempt the
Switch warp?
switch warp.
All
yeah.
right.
I haven't done it in ages, so but I will attempt it.
So this is basically just a method of doing a save warp without saving. Oh, yeah, that didn't work.
yeah, no.
It's very precise. You have to cap to 16 frames per second, and depending on where you try and do it, nobody can do it 100% of the time.
Yeah. So we get to this is a scripted switch that we only see in Epsilon. Yeah, but we enter the M once, go back to story mode. This will allow us to respawn back as Michael. And yeah, he's going to be back in the place there. And now we come to the RNG bit of this run, which we will need 5 different cars. 3 of them we will have to find on the road. This is the first one, the Tornado. If you finish this game, you will be familiar with this car, because it's the final car that you drive, the story mode.
Oh,
And
Oh,
it pops
no.
immediately. Wow.
that is unlucky.
That's just...
And you get a Serrano,
that's
the
the
other
other
car we need.
Serrano,
That is
yes,
unfortunate.
How did I get cops immediately?
Oh,
and it's- oh my
that's the other car we
goodness.
need. What the hell? Yeah, yeah. Obviously, you can't do. You can't deliver the vehicles when you're
when you
when you
want
want
it.
it. Yeah. So
You know, we play the waiting game.
where's the bushes for the Black Arrow strap?
Those
One
pushes
works,
should work
yeah.
now.
Yeah, the game is like you don't need to actually be hidden.
That doesn't work. But I
They're
think
not coming here
the cops
anyway.
aren't coming in.
Yeah.
Might just be able to hide right outside the garage. But yeah, also unfortunately, we got 1 star exactly, which for counterintuitively takes more time to lose than 2 stars. I think it's... There we go. Okay, we lost
Okay.
it. So yeah, hopefully we can find those cars again. Giflam.
Oh, I get a comment here. That's nice. Those. All right, if I get a comment here, I usually just go take the. If I get a fast car, I always go take the next one that's always spawned in, which is over here.
Yeah, the game basically, the game has 5 preset locations for the 5 cars we need, but 3 of those are so far away from the garage that it's usually not worth even, or not. It is not worth trying to get them, because the game also increases the chance of getting all the cars in the area.
Come on.
Go.
There we go.
So the 2 that are close by, which is the Vaca here,
That's not what I meant to climb over.
and the double T, we don't even bother trying to get from the road.
Yeah,
But
because
the other
the
two-
the set spawns are so close to the Epsilon garage.
And
That
yeah,
is
that's
not
what we get
necessary.
from randomly. Which usually works out, but that is a massive bit of RNG that can make or break a run.
Yeah, definitely. Alex was utilizing this.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not taking it.
No.
Yeah.
far away.
Alex was using this in the tournament that we hosted last summer to perfection to beat a very tough opponent, and he just got lucky car spawns, and his opponent got very bad ones, and that won him the game. So that's a very 5-head moment there from Alex.
Exactly.
Excuse
Small
Alright.
runners like Alex can beat the greats like Saurus.
Yeah, shout out to Soros, big fan.
Shout out to Saurus.
Right, let's go back to the main road here. I still need a Super Diamond and a Serrano. Be looking for those. They do spawn on this road right here.
We're not really seeing either, which is a bit concerning at this point in the run, considering we only have one more fixed vehicle spawn to grab in the meantime.
Yeah, Rigi can. I mean, obviously, the further he goes, the worse. There's a super damage.
And there's a Serrano over there as well.
Yeah, ideally, you want to grab it as close to the garage as possible. Ideal situations, I guess, that you walk out the garage and you have one driving to you.
Yeah, and this car handles like an absolute turd. It weighs so much. It's it's horrible.
It's like the Clio. Oh, that's
You
a
leave the
reference almost
Clio
nobody will
alone.
get. I'm sorry, but as someone who's tried to race it in sim racing, it's awful.
Well, it's a front-wheel drive car, so you have to take that into account.
I'll take it into account by not driving it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right.
Go.
What I'm doing here is also I'm quick cabbing, basically, because the call automatically disconnects. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
That is exactly what we just talked about. Unfortunately, it's a car that we already have, so who
Yeah.
cares? That is very unlucky. There's also a chance in the neighboring areas that there's one of the cars that we need just parked.
Sorry?
So the tornado there as
It
well.
was,
It
yeah.
was, yeah. It's just all the cars that I don't need anymore.
That's beautiful.
The game tends to do that.
Yeah, the game really likes to do this.
Oh, no.
I always struggle with finding zeros. Let's see.
There's one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think I saw one.
Yeah. Very unlucky that we're getting them this far out.
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky,
when
but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't matter for a marathon, but you get this kind of luck, you lose probably something like 2 minutes to
Oh, yeah,
an optimal run, which means if you're grinding for PBs and you get something like this, you just have to reset
this
halfway
is a
through.
reset. Yeah, of course.
Oh.
I recognized it early enough.
Yeah, you
You
want
have
to be careful.
alert.
Crashing to, well, close to Epsilon program to want the vehicle.
Yeah,
'cause
I think as
damage.
soon as you lose a body part of your vehicle, it will say that it's too damaged. You can fix it though by just switching to Franklin.
Usually.
46 places at once. It's still stuck
I'll
on the
take
old
your
freeway.
Thank you.
Only one left.
Yeah, and now we only have the bike left, the double T, which is a set spawn that we're going for.
Exactly. And that is all the way out where we also run on the very parking
Yeah, in
lots.
that parking lot
Just
of that
why it's
hotel.
unlucky, right? Basically drive to the preset location and pray we get a we get a non-scripted vehicle before getting it as late as possible. It's the worst. We got the cars, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't have to look 5 minutes for a super diamond.
Yeah, this could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean the cops at the beginning were already like
Yeah,
a big problem, but
Come
yeah,
on.
perfectly serviceable, no reset marathon car collection.
So Rigi, tell us, after we finish the car collection, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna kill ourselves again twice.
Wow.
Always a safe answer when you're being asked what
Oops.
to do next. Oh wow.
Get bombs all.
Yeah, the online switch button just makes it so the death screen, the wasted screen doesn't appear. Which is also the one that clears the filter that is put on you, what Rico was talking about earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Save a bit of time. Second each maybe.
Yeah, it's not massive time save, but it is a time save.
And there's a faster way of getting through dying with director mode, I believe, but it does risk soft locking if you do it wrong. Anyway, we're just going to go ahead and load that replay warp again.
Yep.
And we'll be back to the next mission.
Exactly. The previous mission was where we were instructed to get the cars, and well, now we return to get our next task, just running around in the desert.
Imagine if the answer to everything was hidden in this bush.
Kiflam, brother Rigi.
Kiflam.
mind if I share a donation to the cause?
Yes, please.
I have 5 great British pounds from Brother Hoxie saying Kiflam.
Kiflam.
Thank you, Brother Rigi.
You were so creative today with the donation description.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Kiflam.
Oh, hey.
Do not despair,
Yeah,
Zondag. You just need to
what
try
we're doing here is
harder
we have to
rid
try
your
and
mind of
find
ignorance, that's all.
alien artifact or something,
Yeah,
probably.
which are
Show
just
some
regular
restraint
everyday
and
objects.
activate your presence.
They built a
The
detector.
mirror only responds to
definitely
your inner
working.
God, which
Funny.
must
Totally
be
not
set free
nonsense.
to soar through the paradise. Let it reverberate through
Good on you
your
for not
vital
killing it.
organs. Resonate with your
I would
core.
never kill innocent animals.
Where is your focus, Sondar?
Do you not remember Franklin and Lamar?
Well, that was just in the way.
Hey,
If something gets in my way, I will kill it.
Noted.
Yeah, noted. Do not get in Rigi's
Oh, come
way.
on.
like I don't have anything better to do.
I heard that. You're being
All right, this is also a cool. I love this strat right here.
Okay, come on.
Just ragdoll into the zone here,
And it skips the dialogue.
and it skips the entire dialogue. Yeah.
This is
Immediately
it.
find the little shoe that is the artifact that we need. And now we die again.
Eventually. There we go.
Yep.
That is another spot where you can switch warp, but it's also fairly difficult.
Yeah. I've never been able to pull that one off before. I have pulled the other one off before previously, but this one I could never do so.
Yeah.
Did I have to kill myself twice here?
It's been so long since I did this route.
Let's
I don't
just.
know.
Right.
All right, now I just set up a mission replay on foot. I donate 10k. Wait, no. Take everything out.
Yeah, and there you can see we now have 100k in the bank still, despite having died like 4 or 5 times or something.
And that creates another autosave.
Yeah, and now we are heading to Bearing the Truth, which is going to be all about acquiring the coveted Epsilon robes and wearing them for 10 days.
Yeah. And how do we do that, you may wonder?
When in doubt.
Yes.
So we have to drive there first. It's around like where the casino is, there or thereabouts. I have 1 grenade left. That seems about right.
Yeah.
Because I always buy an extra one because of. Yeah. Usually it used to be 7 grenades, but I always buy an extra one because I've had trouble with spawning the first Epsilon mission in the city with time of day.
Right.
You got lucky, buddy.
So there is a skip you can do here where you can interrupt Marnie's dialogue by running into her, but it does risk soft locking the game. So he tries to go for it, but barely doesn't get it.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? I think he's ready.
I
think
am.
it's ready.
I was born ready.
Look at this man.
25 grand. Jesus. I mean, crap.
So yeah, we will now reinvest our money, and we have 24 hours to pass to get the robes. And how else to pass 24 hours then?
Death.
Lots of death. Even more death after this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because the part of actually wearing the robes for 10 days, we will have to kill ourselves a whopping 21 times in a row. So we're going to have a few minutes to pass.
Yeah. It's a good time to donate to War Child.
The C4 didn't go off.
Rigi.
That
There
one,
we go.
yeah. I forgot which button I bounded on this mouse. This mouse has 12 side buttons. I'm not used to so much availability. I only have 2 on mine.
Same. That's all you need anyway.
I think 6 is a good balance.
Need to set up a replay on foot. Yes. I'm really I know how to do the things with the switching and blowing yourself up at the same time. All right, now we load the autosave. on my own personal setup, but yeah, doing it on someone else's is a bit of a challenge.
That's okay. You showed it off multiple times already, so.
Yeah. All right, so we go up to Michael's wardrobe, put on the robes.
There's also a strat here that you can optionally do. Normally, when you go put on the robes, you lose your ability to use weapons inside Michael's safe house. But I believe depending on your route, if you call or start a booty call while going up to the bedroom, for whatever reason, once you've started that, you can use weapons again, which saves you having to run out of the house and in order to blow yourself up for the first time.
Putting on the rope starts this whole. Is it a side? It's not really a side mission. What you call it? An event, maybe we can call it, where you just have to pass 10 days. You can do whatever you want, but we are speedruns, so we're gonna do this fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was actually at some point in the route. I imagine at some point people were sleeping to pass those 10 days, but
No.
Michael sleeps like not
they
in the
not?
speedrun. I mean, like just casually speaking.
Yeah, I
get
think
this
in the
faster.
GTA series videos,
Yeah, they
tutorial,
probably
they do
sleep.
sleep.
But killing yourself is faster. 21 times
Yeah.
for 10 days. What can I say, man? Mission skips runners enjoy, but nah.
What Greg, do you want to talk about the possibilities of 1.24?
I could do that and more. So, beyond this, we have actually found two methods of passing the time that are faster. One is exclusive to 1.24, where we can use the in-game benchmark feature to, through some save file manipulation, pass the save file's time by going through the part of the benchmark where they basically just fast forward throughout the day and do that 10 times. It's a bit complicated, and in order to pull it off at a speed that makes it viable in real time, you have to have multiple copies of the game running at the same time. Then there is the even faster and easier method of using director mode, where you can use director mode's change the game in-game time feature to fast forward a day in like a second. So instead of taking several minutes to blow yourself up like this, you can be done with the wearing the robes in less than 1 minute.
It's crazy, yeah. Saves the most time, definitely.
It's almost surprising in hindsight that we haven't found any way to manipulate advancing time. It's like such a, on paper, such a useful thing that many games probably have, but I guess for us it doesn't really matter since almost no missions are tied to time of day, and routing is just
In
good
this game,
enough as to
in this game, really, it isn't. Like in GTA 4 that we saw earlier in the event, it is a thing where you can start missions only at certain times of day. But yeah, GTA 5 just like plays a mini cutscene to get you to the correct time of day, which is a very nice feature, like a quality of life feature.
A couple side missions are still tied to time of day, as well as the races, street races. But other than that, a couple activities like golf you can only do in daytime, for example. Everything that happens in free roam.
Yeah.
But main missions, I don't think there are any.
The one thing I can think of out of main missions is that there is an in-game timer that starts after finishing Kaida Libre, and that timer has to finish before you can start Minor Turbulence.
Yeah, it's the same, I think, between Three's Company and By the Book. There's a couple where you have to pass some time, so like the game has some logic in place. But just, I guess, would be too fast for them to otherwise allow it, which can be an issue for mission skips because they were so fast. But other than that, yeah, the game doesn't really care.
So then now you see the difference between not doing the F8 skip.
Right, how far? 5 left on, like 5 C4s left.
Yeah, Michael should start talking on this one now, hopefully.
That should be the last C4, yeah. We'll see a little prompt in the bottom left. Nope. Guess one more.
Blow up.
There we go. But just barely got it.
Yeah.
All right. Pause your fishes. Oh, still not there.
That's
My
fine.
calculation was fine, actually.
That's fine, yeah.
Some very funny poses you can get there.
Now it should say it at its 10 days.
There we
There
go.
we go.
And now I need to find a car, fast car preferably. And not,
Oh my.
Unfortunate.
I can go for this 9F, I guess. We're not going to be driving it for a long time. Wow, okay.
Oh, you're not going to be driving it at all.
No, he can get it. It's got to be quick.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Average 9F driver.
I'm gonna be using your car.
Super diamond. All right.
Fond memories of driving this thing, eh?
Fucking dick.
Don't remind me.
When I go home, I'll be sure to make a compilation of the best moments of that run.
Yeah, that would be, yeah. Please do.
Just upload the run and that's all you need.
I'm not going to get the bike just here. I'm going to play it risky and get it a bit later.
All right. But I guess I can go into the reason why we need a bike. That reason being, we are going to use it to jump off a bridge. Surprisingly, this time it's not to kill ourselves, but rather to get down off of the highway and onto the beach where the next mission will be taking place.
Yeah, the design of the area is wacky, so if we were to use a car, we would have to go all the way around a tunnel. And like this, we can just jump off the bridge before the tunnel, get to the mission faster.
Yeah, and I got a Hakuchu, which is a good one for doing wheelies. There is a risk that you could get something like a thrust, which is a bit more difficult to pull pop wheelies with. But the Hakuchu is a pretty good bike, and it's also pretty fast. So.
Brother Rigi,
Yes.
while you are riding your bike to the destination, mind if I talk a little about War Child?
Go ahead.
Alright, well, as we know, for the first time in its history, GTAMarathon is raising money for charity, and it's none other than, as you can see down there, War Child. War Child is, they have made it their mission to help children at places and at times where there's a lot of conflict, obviously. They help in Afghanistan, Colombia, Palestine, Iraq, Jordan, many other countries, Ukraine as well, that's been very relevant recently. They help children with education, they give them hygiene packs, they help them with mental health, they house them if for some reason they cannot stay where they are anymore. And we are raising money to help them in their mission be able to help those who are really, really in need of it. So if you have anything you can spare, even just a few pennies, a few pounds, a fiver, whatever, you can donate it either by typing !donate in chat, or just by going under the stream and clicking on the big donate button, and of course obviously on War Child's official website. Everything that you give there is going to causes which definitely need it. So in advance, thank you for your support, and let's actually raise as much money as we can, because we have raised over how much actually? 2.1k already, which is a lot of money, but
Nice.
we all know what this community is capable of, so actually let's try to raise even more.
Alright. We're doing another mission here. Oh, rip to that bird.
Guess it was in your way, eh?
Yeah, it was in my way. Sorry. Usually I'm a very pacifistic animal lover. But yeah, we just take this plane to the location, which is at Sandy Shores Airfield. We are trying to go above 900 feet again. That gives you a little boost in airspeed if you go above 900 feet.
Kiflam.
And obviously we went through the what's it called, the military base again. But if you're in a mission and you go through there, that just gives you a wanted level, so they can't actually shoot you down, which is good. And usually by the time you get to the airfield, you will have lost the 4-star wanted level anyway.
Just need to be a little careful. Helicopters
Yeah, exactly,
can't see you, other than that.
Also, yeah, if you get too close to the runway, cop cars can spawn you, and if you're too close, they can spot you. So that's a thing that can happen. There's going to be another helicopter spawn here in a second. It's far away, so we are good. Just going to wait till I drop down. And now that I'm past, go on the runway. Land it. That's going to be me tomorrow evening.
That was a very smooth landing.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully just as smooth, yeah.
And with that, we just have 2 missions left.
Yep.
Oh.
Get flying, bro.
Kiflam.
Islam.
It's now we just need to get out of the area. And
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, we will be setting up our last replay warp as well because Exercising in Truth is going to start a little west of here.
Yep.
But we also need to pass a little more time of day, and you know what that means?
Yay, suicide.
Don't take us out of context, please.
Yeah.
So this trailer is where the cutscene will be. So we're going to set up a replay warp right at it. And then do our favorite activity of the run.
Yeah.
Actually, I had enough C4, so I didn't have to blow up the car manually. Which is good. Oh god, rain.
Well, it doesn't matter here, thankfully. As long as you don't get it during, like, car collection, I'll take that as a dub.
Yeah, I might even just disappear now.
Kiflam, brother Rigi.
Kiflam.
I have a donation that needs to be read. Is this a good time, brother?
Sure.
Alright. Brother Catalina, or sister? Well, Catalina has donated 9.74 Great British Pounds, saying, "For Michael's therapy. They didn't help me. Hopefully it helps him stop blowing himself up." Kiflam, brother Rigi.
Kiflam.
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 So yeah, this replay warp is very nice because you just immediately in the mission zone, and that's really helpful. All right, now I need to hope that I figure out how to do the changing DPI thing.
Did you not
'Cause
test beforehand?
no.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
But in the meantime, this is where the SMG finally comes into play. So instead of running in the desert, we are going to be doing loop-de-loops in a parachute. Say that 5 times fast.
Yep.
Okay, that's not the correct.
So yeah.
Surprisingly, that works as in progressing towards the Epsilon. Took us a while to find out. We initially were doing like ledge buffers and just running around actually. But yeah, Twisted I think is the person with credit for this particular one. And if you can see it on the camera, I don't know, Rigi is really extensively using his mouse pad here.
Yes, using the entirety of the GTAMarathon mouse mat, which is very big.
Merch if you want.
Exactly. It's long enough to do this, so that's what you need it for. Rigi, do not go too low.
Yeah.
Remember what happened.
You mean too high?
I guess both. Like the game has a zone in which you need to stay to complete those 5 miles or 8 kilometers. And that zone, surprisingly, also has a upper limit. So if you fly too high, you will leave the zone, which resets your progress. Hitting the ground in itself is not an issue in terms of the progress. However, it is an issue because that means we lose our parachute.
Yeah.
Can't really do that. And of course, we can't go too far in either direction. But that is not really a concern of ours usually. It's more the accidentally going too high because you want to play it safe.
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to set up a replay warp on foot.
You can still do it.
Well, I'll just
can
have to
do
do
it
a
there.
save warp.
I mean,
No, Rigi, you can do it right now.
you can do mid-air, yeah?
Really?
Yeah. As long as you're on foot.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, we want to, after we're done with the parachuting, we want to go back to Michael's house. Well, we do not want to land, then make a save, load it.
Yeah.
Because replay one, and then
And
just
if
load
worst
it.
comes to worst, I can always just do a auto save warp on the
Yeah.
autosave.
You don't need this. Very small time save.
This DPI is quite high, but it's still not quite as high as I'd like, because I'm still having to move my arm quite far up the mouse pad.
Yeah.
It is enough to do 2 full rotations with the parachute, which is...
Yeah, we want to do 2 full rotations every time. I should point out that this doesn't work on the current patch of GTA 5. That is confirmed.
But you can downpatch very easily.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a very easy program to downpatch. If you're looking to play this speedrun this game, it's probably one of the most accessible speedruns that you could get, as long as you own the game. There's a program called Project 1.27, because that's the patch that we're playing on currently, is 1.27, which is just, it gives us a lot of cool things that we can do. Like, there's no waves in the water. That's the best benefit probably that we get during the speedrun.
That and load times are improved compared to current patch. Not quite as good as 1.24, which is my personal favorite, but still very good.
Yeah, there's 1.24 is another patch that you can use with that program. So yeah, if you're looking to play this game or speedrun this game, definitely you'll want the Project 1.27 program for sure.
Definitely.
Without a doubt.
Kiflam, brother Rigi.
Kiflam.
Is this a great time to catch up on some donations?
Amazing time.
Alright. Brother Marcus9180
Hey,
has
Marcus.
contributed 20 Great British Pounds. He says, and I quote, Kiflam, brother.
Kiflam Marcus.
Kiflam Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you for everyone's donations. We are now at 2,160 Great British Pounds. Can we reach 2,200 this run? It's cutting it close, but if you guys want to see that, you know what to do. Kiflam.
Indeed.
Kiflam. We are nearing the end of our pilgrimage, just a little over 1 kilometer to go. And then after that, we'll be on to the final mission, Unknowing the Truth, which is probably the most difficult in terms of gameplay, other than maybe this.
Yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't really call this difficult, to be honest.
I mean, no, it's, you know,
Well, it's difficult to master.
Yeah, I
learning
guess,
this learning this is hard. I guess unknowing in itself isn't really that difficult, but it is very easy to mess up. We're obviously doing the ending, we'll betray the Epsilon cult and drive
Yeah, exactly.
away.
Yeah, you betray the Epsilon cult and like steal all their money. It's
Yeah.
2.1 million, so actually quite worth it.
Speaking of money, brother Rigi, we have a new donation coming in. Is this a good time to read it?
Yes.
Brother Jackis007 has donated 35 Great British Pounds. This now puts us at 2,195 Great British Pounds. Just 5 more for the nice round number, guys. Let's go. Kiflam, brother.
Kiflam.
If we are going to reach that mark by the end of this run, we will have to be very quick because we have just about a minute left in the run.
Yeah, it's not that long now.
The final mission is actually surprisingly short if you don't mess up. The Epsilon code will try to hunt you down. It's easy to escape them, but if you crash once, you can. It can stretch out quite far. Some people here even have had some bad experiences with that. Don't you
Yeah.
Those who know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sleep 3 times just to get the mission to spawn, because we need to pass time of day.
We also need that $50,000 in our bank account and not in stocks.
This is where all the money that we got in the beginning comes into play.
See, I
That
did
would
need
have
the
been
additional
close.
one.
Yeah,
I did
you
need the
needed it.
additional
Yeah.
money.
Good call.
Yeah.
There is a backup for not having enough money via something called stock duping, but on this patch, it's a very difficult trick.
Yeah, I don't actually know how to do it anyway, so I would have had to pick up an additional money case.
Or rob a liquor store or something.
Yeah, that's a small
Kiflam,
amount,
brother
yeah.
Rigi.
Can you just wait, Hustle, because I'm about to finish the mission.
Yes.
We are at the very end.
Yeah, this is
so-
just the very end. We just have to escape. If you actually go on the wrong side of the road here, you lose them faster. But
Yeah.
obviously, wrong side of the road means a bit more traffic to navigate. But
All right,
that
we're
is
gonna
well
get time.
done, and I think time is now. So, estimate. That's what we want.
Very good.
Fantastic work,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you. Yeah, we get the phone call. Yeah, he's not very pleased with us because we stole a
blame
lot
him?
of money. Yeah, 2.1 million. Yeah, you can see it in the.
And you
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you very much for everyone for the cheers. Thank you to my two commentators. Much appreciated that you guys are here. Thanks GTAMarathon for letting me run a GTA game for once. And yeah, for making this whole thing happen. How cool is this that we're here in Portsmouth? Give it up to the organizers once again. Well done. Yeah, that's all from me. Hustle.
Kiflam. We have reached 2,200 Great British Pounds. With the last donation taking us over the line being from Marcus9180, donating 5 Great British Pounds, saying, "It's not a cult."
It's not a cult. It's
not a
It's
cult.
Kiflam.
It's not a cult.
And now with this, finally, I can give up this whole cultist persona. This was driving me crazy. All right. We are going to go to a very, very quick break, and we'll be returning with nothing else but Blindfolded Portal 2 from S. So if you want to see a man struggle for charity, you know where to go. See you later.